Why are you still researching narcissism? Why are you still Googling, consuming the videos? You already know so much. What more can you do with the knowledge? You know the relationship's toxic. You know it ain't great for your greatness. You already know you're dealing with a very tricky personality. How much more information do you need? Or are you just going to perpetually keep researching? Because unless you want to become a psychologist, psychiatrist, and so on and so forth, what more do you need to know? And if you've told the narcissist that they're a narcissist and signpost them to the literature that you've been consuming, not great for your greatness. That can be a challenge too. Or maybe the narcissist has told you you're a narcissist, and now you're thinking, am I a narcissist? That's often an easy one. So many people come to me with that one. I've been told I'm a narcissist. I'm like, all right, let's have a word. I'll probably be able to tell you that within 10 minutes. Yes, we all have a degree of narcissism in us. It's a spectrum. But let's be frank. If you're perpetually researching narcissism, it's highly likely you're at the other side of the spectrum. Likely, you're highly agreeable. You're a yes person, you avoid conflict, you're avoidant, you sweep issues under the rug for the quiet life, and as you know, that ends up with us having no life. How long do you continue to do your research? Because one of the things that happens is that becomes the distraction. The researching becomes the avoidant activity. So you then never move on and progress. I was saying to a client the other day, I feel like I need to create a green light system. Like, boop, if you're still at researching, that's phase 1. Phase 2, bang, an epiphany has hit you. Shite, I got to do me. That's a process. That's a process. So if you're still stuck at research, keep going. Keep reading. Keep consuming. But if you've reached the point where you're like, ooh, I need to look at myself, then this is a massive victory for the quality of your precious life. That's about self-inquiry. One of the issues that people have who perpetually research is they're always looking outside of themselves. And another thing that happens when we just perpetually research is we are absolutely crippled by fear. Fear if we do something different, fear of abandonment, fear if they leave us. So research becomes another avoidant activity, means you stay in. Or you develop coping skills, tactics and strategies to be able to have a modicum of a life. Not great for your greatness. Coping strategies wear out. And as I said to someone who was seeking my professional support recently, who wanted me to help them cope, I said, I'm not the therapist for you. I'm not here to help people cope. I have to look at all of your life. You're not orange. We can't segment this part because everything is interconnected. If you want holistic help, I'm good for you. But if not, I'm not here to help people cope. I'm here to help you thrive, to find your power, to get back in the driving seat of your life instead of you being in the boot where you're dragged. Some of us ain't even in the boot. You remember back in the day when people used to get married and they have cans on the back of the car? You beyond the boot, you just being dragged along. Not great for your greatness. So if you're still researching, still watching our Dr. Ramney, big up to you. I am not hating on the woman. I have greatest regard for her work. Keep consuming. Because it's a phase. And at some point, my hope is that you realize, I got to look at the man in the mirror. And when you do, if that frightens you, it's totally understandable. Because you may start to connect the dots, looking at things a little bit more critically. But that's the gold. If you are brave enough and courageous enough. And that's why for all the people who make it to therapy, I have the greatest regard for your strength and your courage and your bravery. You're endeavoring to go within. For some of us, it's easier to focus on the out, their behavior, gaslighting, love bombing, flying monkeys. Cool. Now what? You're still subjected to it. Or is you're researching another form, elaborated form of avoidance behaviors? Uncomfortable questions for us to ask ourselves. The only person who can save you is you. And so you have to catch all the small and seemingly insignificant ways you stay stuck and you stay small. And I totally understand how fear, the strength of emotion that comes from fear and guilt, keeps us stuck. Totally understand it. But you have to wonder, ponder, do I want to live a life of stuckness and fear? Because beyond that is potential. Beyond that is change. And I have no idea, once you start to build your momentum and you start to say yes to yourself, I feel the goosebumps coming. I have no idea what can manifest from you and through you. There's a genius within you that wants to manifest itself. If you applied half of the knowledge that you do to researching narcissism to your own potentiality, do you know where you would be? I said this to a client the other day. I said, you see what I manifested here at this business? You see these offices? I said, this is the same energy I used to put in one way, give you all, get back breadcrumbs and return relationships. What I did is I shifted my energy and focused on my dreams and my aspirations that had been sidelined by an all-consuming lover. Repurposed it and manifested the dreams. That potential is in you too. But if you're stuck researching, Googling, trying to convince people of your worth or that they need to go to therapy, then my dear friend, is it any wonder we are stuck and another year has passed by? I ain't lying. If this makes sense, give me a heart, give me a like. If I've offended you, let me know, post a comment below. I'm always happy to go toe to toe. I love a debate. It's your girl, Keely Taverner, psychotherapist, who's passionate about helping my empaths elevate and thrive in life. We don't want to just survive. We are God's creation. Creation and manifestation is in our DNA, is in our nature. But will you give permission to yourself to grow, to elevate? Or if you're just gonna Google search again and again? I ain't lying. Need help? Feel inspired or feel annoyed? Let me know. Go to the bio, download my guide. You are not alone, but you can't make it on your own. Peace.